Hey guys, welcome back to the Crypto Picture channel where I help you see crypto through a clear lens. Today is a very important video. I'm going to go over something that we should all do to make sure that when we make money in any market that we're able to keep it and we're able to safely keep it. So we'll go over that towards the end of the video. For now, I'm just going to keep the charts pretty short. Nothing much has really changed from today compared to yesterday. Kind of still stuck in these same ranges. Bitcoin dominance has continued to fall though, and I do want to continue to take a look at this chart, as I do believe it's quite an important chart to see what to expect next. If we do see Bitcoin dominance start going up again, we may be in for a correction, to be honest. Maybe 10, 20, 30%, who knows? But that's only if Bitcoin dominance does get over this orange line, and we will keep track of that. But for now, we got rejected really nicely here off of our orange line of resistance, as we said that we predict, or I don't really like using the term predict, but we thought was the greater possibility. So the probabilities were in our favor, and we did see a rejection from here, and since then we did see some decent gains from the altcoins, which is great. So looking at that, we are still ranging in this area. Could be forming, if I go to the regular candles, I think I can get rid of this now because we are breaking above the parabolic downtrend. This was more of like a parabolic downtrend. It was really quick, really fast. Get rid of these marks as we met most of these targets already. But we are kind of getting stuck in a little bit of a range here. If I go to the 6 hour, yeah, I mean, I would say that we could expect probably continuation to the downside. For the meantime, nothing really crazy has changed. We're just going to keep sticking to our thesis until proven otherwise. The Ethereum Bitcoin chart briefly dipped below here. Just for maybe, let's see, zoom in a little bit here. So we were down there for roughly about a day, to be honest. So must have been right around last night, and then broke back out this afternoon, back into this range. Got a nice little V-shaped recovery here. So let's see how that progresses. And this will really dictate where the Bitcoin dominance is going to head in the short to medium term. So we'll keep a track of that. On the weekly, we're still looking pretty healthy. Still kind of finding support on this yellow support line here. So we'll see how that goes. So cup and handle still in play. As I said, this is a almost 763 day pattern that we're looking at here that's been formed. So this is going to take a little bit of time, and we got to keep our time horizons in check. Patience is key, and we need to understand that Ethereum is up 10 to 13x, and I know it's hard for some people to hear, but patience is king in this market. And I'll just show you a quick example of what I mean by this. If we go over here on the Bitcoin, or sorry, the Ethereum USD chart, like this is where I started purchasing, right guys? Like back here in like 2018. Like look how patient I had to be. I mean, yeah, we had a nice move here of like 200%, 300%, but look how long we were in this range for. Like, I was holding Ethereum, my long-term holding account, for like 500, 600 days to get to where I am. Did I take some shorter term trades in here and take some profits here and there, add back to my USD, add back to my Ethereum holdings? Yeah, of course I did, right? So it was a tradable market in this range, but yeah, you have to be really patient to sit from here to where we are today. If we take a measured move from kind of where I got in, which is roughly probably around here. I didn't buy the exact bottom, but pretty close to. I think it was actually around 185. So where were we? Around 185. Maybe I bought around this kind of level here. So, you know, guys, I actually had to watch my account go down by 42% from my original entry back in March as well. So I did add a little bit more into my long-term holding account here as well. But just to give you an idea of the patience that I had to have, and you know, the patience that's required for this market and any other market. So yeah, we're about 670 days now, right? So been holding for coming up 2 years now, right? Almost 2 years. About 23 days away from being at my 2-year mark holding my long-term holding account. So that should just give you an idea of what to expect and what you should really be doing, and the mindset that you should have towards your investment psychology. So with that being said, that's pretty much all I have for the charts today. I really wanted to get into the most important part of this video, which is when we make money, the most important thing is keeping it. And we're not going to talk about exit strategies and entry strategies. We're simply talking about keeping your money safe. And I think it's the most underrated and least talked about subject, especially in the midst of a bull market. But if you don't protect yourself, you will not be able to keep your money, okay? So I'm going to go over one thing here. And this gentleman's name is Omar, okay? He's been in the market for a very long time, way longer than me. I think he's what you would say is OG. He's been in the market for since like 2013, 2014, and it's not the Omar from our Telegram group, but nonetheless, I'm going to show you this, okay? I'm just going to play like 2-3 minutes of this clip. Obviously, I don't want to keep it too long for you guys, but yeah, here you go. I'll play this, so just listen in.
Just a wild learning experience the last 2 days because I got hacked. I got my email hacked, and it was partially due to my negligence, so I do want to share some useful security tips for you guys. I do want to say that I did lose some money. It was just on PayPal, but really nothing that was very grave. It could have been a lot worse. This person could have had access to a lot of my crypto, because I made so many mistakes, even things that I have advised against in the past, and it led to straight up me losing access to my email account. Well, rather, I got woken up, my girlfriend, Elle, in a frenzy because she had been received notifications. She's a manager of my account on YouTube, and she had received notifications someone had changed a recovery email, and it was an address I did not recognize. I had been asleep, and I realized, looking into my Gmail after waking up, that there were many login attempts and they were successful. It's just about the worst thing that could happen, because it was an account that had a Google Drive that had all sorts of private information, you know, licenses. It had just very identifiable stuff, and it even had a screenshot of a recovery account for a ledger that I had set up, my main ledger, back in 2017, early 2017, when I got the device. And so this individual had access for over 2 hours, and they could have, well, they did copy every password that I had saved on my browser, and which was, I don't know, hundreds of passwords to access different sites. So whether they were the same or not, they were all saved there on Google. I would advise against that. Highly recommend you get a password manager, something open source if possible, and keep it there. Don't keep it on your browser, because if somebody gets access to your account, my account's on google.com, for example, they can just easily copy all of that. They can get backups of everything you have on Google Drive and all of your services. So that was my mistake. So immediately I changed all my passwords for crucial things. Only then, after changing passwords, did I realize by Googling logged in devices that I had still a computer somewhere that I did not recognize that had been logged into my account still. So even after I changed my password, they were able to stay on my account, which just further freaked me out. So I developed a kind of paranoia all day, just constantly checking devices that were logged in and logging out that account. And it just felt like such an invasion of privacy. I felt so vulnerable. And in the meantime, I started moving all of my crypto. I had to pay with these crazy gas fees to move from the many addresses that I had on that ledger over into other addresses, into other places, and that got pretty expensive. So, but it needed to be done.
Okay guys, so this is a guy that's been in the market for 5-6 years, okay? And this is why I always stress the importance of using unique passwords for all your different accounts, right? Even using a different email for specific streaming services you use, or websites that I wouldn't say are shady, but like just sites you go to have fun, just like joke around, watch streaming or whatever it may be, right? So I believe that this is one of the most important things that you need to go back right now after watching this video and ensure that your account is secured. Put 2FA, make sure you're using unique passwords, download Bitwarden. You can get a Google Chrome extension for Bitwarden. It's a password manager, it's fully encrypted. And just be very safe with your, where you're choosing to log in and create accounts for, and ensure that you're getting sites that are legit, and you double check sites in which you are using your email for, and really understand the importance of this, especially now that you're storing a lot of money online, right? So a lot of these centralized exchanges, yeah, they will likely insure you. I'm not entirely sure about that, like if the vulnerability or the hack is from your side, but nonetheless, yeah, please go download Bitwarden. Please use two-factor authentication. You can either use Google two-factor authentication or Twilio Authy. That one is good as well. Or you can use both if you really want to have half on one, half on the other. And make sure you enable two-factor authentication in your Google account from your security and privacy in your settings, okay? So one other thing I wanted to show you, so this is my tip for the day as well. If you have a compromised account, right, you can come here, you can just type the crypto picture at gmail.com, and you can go to this address, haveibeenpawned.com, and just simply click here, and it will show you, hey, good news, no pawnage found. So this email is clean and has not had any compromises. So and I don't mind showing you guys this one, because at the end of the day, there's not really much that can be done with it. But yeah, here, and it's fully protected, and it's got two-factor authentication and all this stuff. So any account that I do have, even if it's like, for example, Abercrombie and Fitch, like even where I buy my clothes from, like I have unique passwords. I never use the same password twice. So also here it shows how many compromises there are and how many accounts have been compromised, which is really a flash reality. So be safe, guys. As usual, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Links down below, Telegram groups down below, Cipher affiliate links down below. Please like, share, subscribe. And with that being said, have a good one, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers. Bye.